Born in cantonment, son of a Lebanese father and a Ghanaian mother, grew up in Accra with his 9 siblings, attended St. Teresa's Primary School and later the Infantipim School. Majid Michel is here with me, an actor, TV personality, evangelist, and humanitarian. Hello, Majid. Good morning, and thank you for coming.
Don't believe everything you read.
I know, right? I know, because I was about asking. The last time I met you, I think you were on a radio show, and the question of you being an evangelist came up. And he said you are not. But your Wikipedia page shows that you are one, or describes you as an evangelist. Are you?
Yeah. I've said so many times, I don't want to diminish the anointing God has given to me. I'm a true believer of the living God, the God who created the heaven and the earth. I'm a believer of the fact that God sent his son, called Yeshua, to the world to redeem his people back to him. I believe that. Growing up, I never understood any of those things, and after I grew up, I found out for myself, read it for myself, and because I never understood the teachings all through church, school, it didn't make any sense to me. But yeah, so after I grew up and I discovered it myself, I decided to teach it, and in a bid to share what I had learned, the media saw me in various churches, conferences, gatherings where I spoke about these things, and it was the media that said I'm a pastor. I've never been to Bible school. I'm not an ordained pastor.
But must you be or attend a Bible school to be called one?
Do you know that if you are not an ordained pastor and someone is sick and you go and pray for the person dies, you'll be arrested?
Well, okay.
Yeah.
But it happens rarely.
It happens rarely.
You go to pray for someone, either for the person to be saved, for salvation, or yes, to get better.
No.
But who prays for someone to die?
No. You're not praying for the person. The person is already saved. You are praying
there are
for
some people who are not saved.
Oh yeah, there's some people who are not saved.
Right.
You are praying for healing.
Right.
For the person to be healed. And when the person dies, when the police gets there, who prayed for it? Say, Majid, did they arrest you?
What at all did you say?
Because you're not ordained. You have to be ordained.
I see. You're telling me, well, that's a medication right there. But yeah, let's stay around the evangelism because I'm much more interested in that. Is it too much for you?
No, it's too hot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought it was too much.
Mm-mm.
Forgive me. Okay. So yeah, at a point you were seen. Even I think I saw a video of you in a market square or a marketplace where you were openly preaching.
That was in Kumasi.
Kumasi, huh?
Yeah.
What led to that?
We went to preach in the Eagle Prophets Church. The Eagle Prophets, the one who
I know you
prophesied about the Kintampo
He's
disaster.
my friend.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Interestingly, I was driving one day and the guy saw me and stopped me. I was shocked. He had this convertible, this sports car, and he drove past me and stopped, asked me to stop. So I parked, and then the guy drove just about 100 meters away from me, stopped, got off the vehicle, and walked to my car. I was shocked. Like, hey, what humility. I mean, what do I owe this?
Oh, wow.
Yes, and he came to me, greeted me nicely, mentioned my name, where I've been. I was amazed. Like, wait, who is this guy? But I knew him on TV, and I knew him, but he had never been my friend. Only to know that we had met several years earlier.
No, and you're a celebrity, so not
I'm
everybody.
not. Hey,
You're a celebrity.
Majid, I beg.
I'll even show you a text message right now. Some girls were talking about you right now. So Andy's a very nice guy.
What were they saying?
Andy's a very nice guy.
Hey.
Where did you see him?
Good question.
At the premiere? They said, no. I said, I thought it was at the. They said, no, I saw him at some
Some joints.
Yeah.
I beg. Ears are listening. Okay, so you are telling me, so the Eagle Prophet invited you?
Yes. So, walking through the streets, sometimes, and this always happens to me, when I'm driving in town and see young guys, and I see how they, the energy they use to approach me and how excited they get. And sometimes I see the situation they are in and the environment they are in. I make it a conscious effort to stop and talk to them.
Okay.
Yeah. And I really, really believe, that's exactly how Jesus felt. Whenever we travel around, like the last time when we went Cameroon in a place called Bamenda, when we're driving through town, you see a group of people that rush towards me. The people that come with the energy, I give the same energy back.
Okay.
And then those that are just reluctant or just nonchalant, they're just lukewarm, just standing there. I don't give anything back.
Oh, really?
Could
it be that they're starstruck?
No, yeah, it can be. But what I'm saying is the initial energy, you won't react that way. And I mean, the Holy Spirit brought it to my knowledge that those that wanted healing, that went to Christ, they got it.
Right.
Christ never called them. So it's just the same thing. So we're driving through the marketplace and we saw the guys, selling kebab at the road. We saw this guy holding something. They looked down. They looked dejected. They were just there. And we said, park the car. So we got down and we took fire to the market. They got so excited. I was hugging some of them. We gave some of them money and we're excited. We're telling them about the gospel, and then the whole, just that little bit of the market came alive, and we do that. And then it's just great to see other people, catch the fire and then tell them certain things, I remember exactly what I told some of them that day. I said, the same passion you're selling this meat with, or the same passion you are looking for money with, if you can use the same passion to look for God, you won't have to look for money. You have, because we think happiness. That's what I told them at the market. We think happiness is from the money we get, but love, joy, peace, happiness is found in the Holy Spirit. So we've lost track of where the happiness is. We think it's the money that gives the happiness, but it's not the money that gives the happiness. Yeah, we had this conversation.
Have you always been this spiritual?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Always.
Oh, since I can remember being conscious, since I was 6 years old, I knew there was God. Nobody had to tell me there was God. I just didn't understand. I didn't understand the teachings that was being taught in the churches, and I hated church all my life. In fact, I still don't like church.
Really?
No.
When was the last time you went to church?
I can't remember. the only reason you find me in church is I'm the one talking there.
Okay.
Yeah. If I'm not talking, I don't go to church.
But for someone who's not properly ordained or an ordained man of God, when they invite you to come speak at church, how do you feel?
You see, it started with a friend of mine did a conference. And it wasn't a religious conference. It was about career and all of that.
Leadership.
So, yeah. So I was invited. So, and when I got there, I didn't say anything about career. I started talking about the Bible and other things. And
prior to that, were you reading?
Yes. At this time, at this time I started discovering things for myself. So there was a pastor at that conference that said, wow, I really enjoyed what you shared. Can you come to my church and come and share this thing? It was at
Oh.
Assemblies of God, yes. So I went to his church. And then when I went straight to the church, there was another pastor at his church that wanted me to come to his church.
Okay.
That is how it started. That is just how I started going from church to church.
Okay.
And being invited. Yeah.
Wow. In case you just you're listening to Hits 103.9 FM. Actor Majid Michel is my special guest, and we're talking about him, his career, and setting the record straight. Well, he says he's not an evangelist. Stop calling. Okay, wait. So, as it is written on your Wikipedia page, who controls it? Did you not write it yourself?
No.
So who's managing it?
I have no idea.
You're kidding, right?
No. I don't know. So whoever is listening, if you're the one, please reach me. DM me on Instagram.
But
It's been there for a very, very long time.
Yes, it looks detailed.
It's been there for a very, very long time. It was there before we started getting very active on the internet. When all of us knew. I mean, it's been there since, let's say, the year 2000. 2006, 2007.
And you don't remember contracting anyone to...
I never
do it
did anything. I didn't even know anything about the internet. How it came there, I don't know. I don't know who set it up, who got all that thing. And it keeps updating, yeah.
But so how does the person get all... Okay, have you had time to read?
Like this interview, the person will hear what is new and they'll go and update it. And when I read, it's accurate.
It's accurate.
It's like I did it. Yeah, because it's what I say that goes there.
I think I have to check it again because... And it doesn't come with any author, anyone who is managing it.
No, I don't know who did it.
And it has your website.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it says, dead link.
Yeah, because it doesn't work.
Hey, then you have to be careful. Oh. What if the person writes, stuff that maybe...
That is why we, and all celebrities out there, who say, I don't want to get on TikTok, I don't want to get on this. You see, the reason you do that is to secure your name.
Interestingly,
my name, Majid Michel, I had to buy it to do my website. Someone already had registered the Majid Michel name. Okay, and then on Instagram, my name was Majid Michel, and I was hacked in 2012. So I went off Instagram. I didn't want to come back because I had a lot of followers at the time. And I couldn't believe starting all over again. So right now, me wanting to get Majid Michel back, Instagram is refusing to give it to me back. I reported the hack, so they took Majid Michel off. So I had to put MM at the end of my name. Right now, I want to get Majid Michel back. Instagram said it's not possible.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, Udin.
Yeah, your own name. Yeah.
I'm looking at your Wikipedia page. Last edited 3 days ago.
Wow.
The person is at work. So
yeah, look what it says. It says because your account reaches a lot of people, your username change may need to be reviewed. If so, you'll be notified when we've reviewed it. If not, your username will change immediately. And you can't change it.
But what? So do you hear stuff that people use your name to do bad stuff?
I arrested a guy in 2014 when my mom died. When my mom passed, I was in Houston. There was a program we were at, and a lady walked up to me and said, "Majid, we were just talking on Facebook right now." I'm like, I'm not on Facebook. It's like, no, but and she pulls her phone out and shows me the conversation between she and I. And in the conversation, I'm asking her for money to bury my mother.
Oh.
And she's about to send $5,000.
Hey.
So I tell her, don't stop talking to the guy. Keep talking to the guy. So I call my friend in Ghana, Mauli Gambino, and I deal with him and give him the information. So I direct the girl on what to do, to tell the guy that we are sending the money, but somebody is leaving Accra. So meet him quickly for the money. So my friend Mauli here got the police. They went to Osu, right there at the Dankwa. Dankwa Circle, the filling station, you're right. So they were hanging on the place, and the guy sends somebody to come.
He suspected.
Yeah. So they got there and they get a guy. Now and I'm in America all this while. They get a guy, and the guy refuses, cries the police, they slap him one too small.
It's called talk through.
And now the guy takes them all the way to where the guy is. The Nigerian guy.
Oh.
That is scamming people in my name. And not only him, but many people. So the guy was jailed.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying. Or if you have a little name out there, you have to register on all Twitter, TikTok. Get it, because your name will be used and you can't get your name. And then they'll start DMing people. Is the DM?
Oh, they've used it.
Yes.
They've used it. People come here all the time.
Is the DM?
He took my money.
Oh my
and
goodness.
What.
And sometimes the people are too vulnerable, and I don't know.
I know, right?
So Samuel Jan is asking me for 2,000 cedis. So I gave Samuel Jan. As Samuel Jan is asking for 2,000 cedis, he gave me 2,000 cedis.
Samuel Jan, baby jet of all people. Caliban says Majid is also a magician. He taught me a lot of magic tricks when we filmed Amachi in the day. If you meet this man and you don't love him instantly, then you're a witch. Period.
Cali. Oh, Caliban, I love you, man.
So what? You have tricks.
Yeah, I do tricks. I've always liked the supernatural.
Okay.
I've always liked things concerning. So I learned magic. I thought Caliban was a lot of magic tricks. And Caliban is a master in magic.
Oh yeah. Yeah. What are some of the tricks? Can you show me?
Oh, we use cards. Usually.
Oh, then so.
Yeah. Or I don't want to scare you guys.
You can use. Don't worry, use Bulldog. It's a sacrificial lamb. Use him. Or you see the guy in red. The guy in red. His name is Hagler. He's never afraid of anything. Charlie Hagler, Majid wants to see you a cow. Can be saying he wants to show you something small. He's never scared of anything. In fact, he's so superstitious. So use him instead. Don't use Bulldog.
All right, come.
Charlie, they don't know with me. See Martinez.
All right, check this out. Let's go to calculator. Obey instructions. Obey instructions means listen and obey.
Fly number boy, you need to have this on camera.
It's already.
Right, it's already okay. Close shot.
All right. Press the C once. This C, press it once. So it's reset, right? Okay. Pick a number, any number between 1 and 1 million. See the number.
110.
So how do you write it?
110.
So press 110.
Okay.
110. Now we're going to multiply, okay? And give me any number between 1 and 1 million.
19.
Times 90. Times 19. Wait. Buddha, any number between 1 and 1 million? 10. These are random numbers you're giving me.
Right.
Times 10. Times 10. All right. All your three numbers must be equal to the station number. What's the station number?
103.9.
Equals.
You're kidding!
Yo!
Oh no! You're like, hey, Majid! No!
I want to change my
Yeah, change your hair!
Wow. Amazing.
No. No, how did you do that? No.
Wow, this is scary. Hey,
Hey,
no,
Charlie, can we end the interview?
no, Charlie, no,
Hey,
no, man.
Charlie, no, we have to do it again. How come I try? I get 20,000.
You want to be sure?
I want to be sure. How come you are picking 10? Yeah, 110. I'm picking 19. He's picking 10.
Yeah.
How does that work?
You say, your numbers has to call the station.
And true. Can I pray in tongues? Charlie. Charlie Majid is carrying me here.
Spirit in the atmosphere.
Hey, Charlie.
How are you, my brother?
I'm good. How are you?
You know we grew up together.
Oh, really? With Robert, eh?
Yeah, we grew up together. That's our boys.
Hey. Okay. Now let's get to know you better. Since Robert knows you. So I was growing up.
No, Robin knew me when I was a drunkard. Please.
No, were you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And what led to that?
Oh, youth after school. Friends. Look, friends are very critical. Don't take friends lightly. Friends, the people around you will make you or break you. If you think you're just enjoying life, people who are not going anywhere are always looking for people to go there with them. And it's very easy when the weakness of the flesh, and you have no control over it. Very young age, you'll destroy yourself. I've had friends that have died along the way. Robert knows some of them. We've had friends that have lost their lives from alcohol when we were younger. Yeah. Liver issues because of we used to drink
Hard liquor.
Oh yeah. We used to booze proper. We mix. We're not picky. We're not picky. Yeah, we're not picky.
Anything goes.
Anything.
Anything goes. Make we just guzzle on.
From local to foreign, all across.
Quiet.
Just give us we like it. Don't ask us what will you drink. Whatever you are, bring it.
Expectation
whack
proper.
it. Oh, we go back home.
Aye.
Yeah.
But did you ever try smoking?
Oh, of course. But that's how come the narcotics board came to my house to come and search my house. I had an interview and I talked about weed. The next morning they were in my house.
They came to your house.
They came to yes. It was all over the news, auntie.
Then I've lost track.
I had an interview and I talked about some of my experiences, drugs, other things. The next morning, narcotics board was at my house. Don't play with this guy. And they are the only commission that can raid your house without a permit. They don't need warrant. So you guys be careful. They can't enter anywhere they want without question, notice, nothing.
What did they find?
Oh, nothing. I'm a clean guy.
How can a clean guy be talking about narcotics and using them?
I'm talking about my past experiences.
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Exactly.
Also, whilst you were talking about your past,
And we've changed. Timothy Ben told me to be a junkie. Timothy Ben has changed.
yeah, Timothy, I met him in my church. No, long ago.
Proper junkie. Maybe
Proper.
a real junkie.
Timo.
I mean, I thought Tim, some of the things he says sometimes, I feel like,
No.
you may have tried it, yes.
No. We're not talking about we go this time 1, 2, 1, 2, not then finish. No. Oh, Andy, with a cure proper.
That be the same.
Yeah, cure, sir. Hey, Charlie.
Oh yeah.
And you were also
These are true stories, eh?
and you were doing same.
Oh yeah. We used to fight in town. We high. We go fight with bouncers for club. Oh, Look, I have scars on my hands from fights in clubs and things.
But you are smallish as you are.
Me, I'll beat you. I go fit beat bulldog, kill him. And the 2 minutes.
If it hat, no.
Hey!
Yalla.
So what temperament was it?
Oh no, it was the booze.
Always empowered
You know,
you.
they say beer is a brawler and wine is a mocker.
Quay.
Yeah, beer will let you fight. You know, I'm a trained fighter.
Yeah.
Yes. Man, you don't know anything about me, grass.
And that's why you are here. That's why I've invited you. So tell me all about it. That's why I want to get to know you better. That's why I asked you about your childhood. How was it? Well, did you have strict parents? Parenthood?
No. My dad wasn't strict at all. In fact, my dad will actually tell me not to go to school. To attempt to go and spend a weekend at one of his friends' children's house because he has to go and do something I shouldn't go to school. And me, I never liked school too. So I was always in heaven if they say no school.
I've been
brutal.
straight.
I never liked school. Never. I was always the bottom of my class because I never used to learn to.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Well, so it doesn't mean you were pampered?
I was pampered a lot. Yes.
Are you?
I was spoiled.
Last baby.
I'm the last baby. Yeah.
Oh no wonder. Okay.
From out of 10 children, I'm the last.
10.
10.
Same parents.
Yeah.
Hey, wow.
And you know,
Your dad was a busy man.
and you know, I loved movies, entertainment. All my brothers know how to use one music instrument or the other.
Okay.
I don't know nothing about music.
Why?
I'm tone deaf.
Okay.
I dance to the words of the song, not the beat.
A proper white man. Brony proper.
And it's surprising how, you know, all of them, they used to have a band. I don't know nothing about the guitar, the piano, any instrument at all. You know, I'm the only one. I liked action films. So my interest was towards the, you know, action film, karate, you know, fighting and all of that. You know, that's how it comes. You know.
But how did acting begin?
It began with it was on radio. Yeah, Joy FM called Speak Easy.
Speak Easy.
Yeah, it was sponsored by John Hopkins University and
Okay.
GSMF on awareness on HIV/AIDS.
Okay.
So it was a radio drama for the youth, and the director Ivan Kwashiga wanted to bring it on television.
Okay.
So some of the cast people, they made it. Pusha, Achitiana, they made it. But me, I didn't make it because I couldn't act.
Even on radio. where the voice
From the radio to the screen, I couldn't act.
even on the screen.
Yeah. So I wasn't part. So I went to film school to go and learn how to do it.
Wow.
Yes.
You were that eager to be on
Yeah.
screen.
So all the while it was going on, I was in school. I went to William Ekufu's film school. It was called Academy of Film Acting. It was a circle.
Okay.
I was there. Train, learn. And things I never knew could be taught. You know, I mean, you'll never know. Eh? You might have the talent, but you'll be surprised what will be taught to you that you never thought of. So I went back, and I had, you see, I didn't know how to talk. I spoke very fast. It's like I had a speech impediment. So if I talk, you won't hear me. You know, I had to go through all of that. It's been a struggle. Yeah. Whoever is listening to me right now, that you're thinking, you don't know how it's going to work. You don't know where you're going to go to make this life the way you want it to be. Listen to me. God is real. It's not by your power. It's not by your might. It's not by your intelligence. It's not by how smart you are. You just have to learn to rely, trust, and know that you are not the God, but there is a God.
So, after the film school or learning acting, how did you bounce back to the...
Andy, you don't like talking about God?
I do.
Oh, you do?
Who said?
Oh, you just switch the God matter. You take
No.
somewhere
I
else.
just don't want to derail. So, I mean, with the God matter, they definitely would discuss it. You're just like an old friend of mine. Each time she brings up the God factor, and I go like, Charlie, why is it that every little thing you're talking about God? Is it that she hangs up or she deals with me properly?
She's
I'm
my
an
friend.
ordained person. No.
Why would you even say anything that's dumb?
No, you don't get it. Oh,
What?
see, the slightest thing is God.
So what?
Even mosquitoes have.
It be God.
Everything God.
Yes.
I'm like, can you let God rest for a minute? Why is it that people need God? This poor thing, you want God to come in. Everything, God. Allow the man to deal with the biggest challenges people are facing. You hate God. You are.
Everything is God, man.
Charlie. No, I love God from the depths of my heart.
Okay,
Can you imagine each time, even before I get on stage every day? The other day I was with you, I left you for a minute.
You went
I
to pray?
Yeah, every time. Before I hit stage, every time.
Wow.
Even the little event, yeah. So for me, if you say I don't, it's because of God I'm here, bro.
Right.
Yeah, so it's been 27 years and I'm still here.
Wow.
It's all God. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
So my interest, I just don't want to switch from the conversation because it looks like there is more to discuss with you and I have very little time. So yeah, I was asking how after the school you were able to get onto or to join the cast because, well, the good ones had already been picked, right? Without
Yes.
you.
So in the script, they described someone as a half Lebanese guy
Okay.
in the script. And at the time, I was like the only one who was a half Lebanese guy around in the industry, So I fitted the role with physical traits. So, and because I'd already gone there for the audition, they knew me.
Okay.
So it was easier. And Ivan keeps telling me that, my sister, who was playing Dede, which was later played by Alice Schreier, my sister that was playing that role. And then Jake Obechibi Lamte's daughter, Rachel, was playing Marcia in
Okay.
Things We Do for Love. And they both traveled.
Oh.
So they had to replace them quickly. So they did a pilot for Things We Do for Love and all of that. So I took my sister for the audition and then they saw me. That is how it, and is Ivan was telling me, yeah. So
the story, take your sisters wherever they want to go.
moral of the story.
Moral of the story.
Always pick the lesson out of the story. man. Yeah,
It's
what
very
did-
important.
Yeah, what did you learn in the story? Very important.
So yeah, you took them. You took
I took
her.
my sister, yeah. And then, yeah, so she used to be on the set. And she would call me and tell me, she's like, yo, there's this guy, man, he can act. I'm like, who's that? See, it's called Ajitiana. I'm like, wow, I would love to come and see him. She's like, come. When you come on the set, I'm sure you can see it. My sister was blown away by Ajiti's acting. With the pusher. He was a pusher, right?
Right.
And she used to go on and on about Pusha. So I used to come on the set and I watch Pusha act and all that. And I used to read the script to see Pusha's part. Yo, that's how you know that this guy was born for this.
Wow.
Yo, Pusha is an enigma.
Oh, wow.
Yo, because if I read the right, you see, it's one thing to read it, and it's another thing to express it. You as a person, and the guy expresses it better than you read it.
Wow.
Usually, the writing is better than the visual.
Okay.
That's why books are more interesting than the films. You know, because you get to play it in your head. But Pusha brings that thing out way better than it's written on paper. So my sister's why watch him. And then I did, you know, going on the set and all of that. So they did the audition for me all the while I was in school. And then they took me and I had to start learning how to talk properly, you know. How to take my I'm like a mongoloid. Do you know my voice is there's no pitch, no tone, no rhythm, no up, no down. That's why I can't sing. My voice is one tone. Just go on. I do not do modulate. I do not do
No frequency.
no
nothing.
frequency exactly. So I went through it was a struggle, man. It wasn't easy for me at all. You know, I went through a lot.
Wow.
Yes.
Hey, you suffered.
I'm even still suffering, man.
Okay. And the last time you came, you said even after you were picked and when you blew up, you used to walk.
And so, yeah, so during that time, so after I was picked, so the script writer started developing the script with more of my part. You know, because that's it. They can either kill your part by not writing a lot of it, and the next thing you see is that you're done in the series. They're not calling you again. Sometimes it's intentional. If you are annoying the production team, they'll just write it in a way that don't put you inside. So you see, you know, your character is dead. You know what? They've mafiaed you. You know that? Yeah, but you know, public relations, you have to learn how to, you know, love people, be with people, you know, mingle with people, and then they like you, and then they say, oh, write more for this guy. You know, we even like him on the set. You know, this is how it works. Everyone listening to me, this is what you do. You know, people are everything, you know.
Do you feel like a superstar? I mean, has it ever occurred to you throughout your career?
Honestly, I don't even know what that is.
You don't know what that is?
I have no idea in my spirit what that is. It started straight away with pure passion. I didn't even know fame comes with it. It was about me playing a character, and I couldn't wait to bring that thing written on paper into real life, and to watch it work. But it just so happens that, you know, popularity comes with this thing. You know, so I was living my life like I would always live it. You know, I can go and sit by the KK with my place and eat the cake. And they say, hey, but you be star, you know, if you sit here, I'm not getting it, you know. So, you know, if you shut that, so you have to change your top, or you can't wear this shoe and come here. Charlie, no, man, I went Charlie, what as Bulldog, you tell you.
I know, Majid, with different human beings. Maybe different human beings.
One of the times I met him at the Echo Bank.
Me, I met him at the airport someday. I'll share
Charlie,
my
the guy was like, Robert, I can't go out there. Just like lead me so that people don't see me. But he was dressed like the guy was just feeling free. Some slippers.
They wear Charlie, what they wear in jeans. There's some black tea. At those times when they hold camera, he be big boy like this is like
he hit
Michael
up
Jackson.
Yeah.
He make like, oh, Castro, God rest his soul.
CNN.
We go London, yeah. We go Primark with the shop. You know, when I first time for London, Charlie would see the things be cheap.
Yeah, Primark things are cheaper.
Massa, we dey collect me.
Full spa.
Massa, me and Papi them. Then we deal with Castro. We see some nice jeans. We pick the jeans, yeah. Pick no, there's some Ghana girls with, hello, Castro. Say, yeah. Papi, come take your jeans. Come take it. And Castro not be like Michael Jackson for London.
Yeah.
I want the Ghanaian community. They know him.
Yeah.
So I mean, it remind me of him. It be cool, like Charlie. I don't know. You know the K.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
But why is it so?
I have no idea. Is the I believe it is the personality. I'm not. I can't help it.
For Dada be like you.
No, I'm not Dadabio.
Ah, I be Dada ba.
The fact that I was spotted doesn't mean I was Dadabio.
Hey.
They are reading that. I didn't know that was Fifi sitting there.
That's him.
Right away, Robert pointed away. Look. What's it? I said,
So yeah, acting. Does it pay?
You're not given what you are worth. You are given what you negotiate. I remember in Nigeria, there was a very, very big actress who told me, how come you take more money than I do? And she was the biggest actress in Nigeria.
She was the biggest at the time.
Yes. But my pay was more than hers.
But how did she know how much you were taking?
Because the producer
Okay.
was close to when the producer told her. And I won't do the film if you don't. If you can't afford it, I'm not doing it.
You won't shoot.
No. If our relationship is first time, forget it. You see, life is negotiation. Don't think because I'm Andy Dusty, they will pay me what I'm worth. And a real entrepreneur will not. He will try as much as possible to cut cost.
Right.
If you're Bruce Lee, you cut cost. So it's your duty. It's your duty. If you don't have a bulldog as a manager to go and blow your trumpet and you have to do it yourself, it's your duty to negotiate.
So in this case, does your manager do it or you do it yourself?
No, I've never had a manager
You've never had a manager.
my whole life.
So who does the negotiation?
Myself.
Really?
Yeah.
They call you no agent, nothing.
You see, film is not like music. Music, you need a manager. Film, at a point, if you tell the producer, talk to my manager, he'll go and get another actor. Manager is long, manager is too much. Manager will just put you off. You know, it's back movement in film. It was a real back. So manager for what? We don't even sign contracts.
Long talk.
It's word of mouth.
Hey.
It's based on trust. Real trust. I'll give you $3,000. Okay, let me give you half now. After the movie, I'll give you the other half. I trust you. That was what it was based on.
Have you ever shot for someone who didn't stick to his or her trust, her word?
Oh yeah.
That okay, I'll give you
Yeah.
3,000. Take 1,005. After the movie, I'll give you I'll give you the rest, and it doesn't come.
Yes.
Really?
I shot a movie in Nigeria. The guy said, "I have your money in my pocket." The producer. So after everything was, when we were done, he was dropping me at the airport. He told me my money's in his pocket. We get to the airport. He tells me a different story. I'm about to get down from the car to go catch the flight. The guy tells me a completely different story.
That what?
I said, I thought you said it's in your pocket. He said, well, somebody in Ghana is owing me. So when you get to Ghana, call the person and tell the person the money is supposed to give to me. He should give it to you.
Stories.
So did you get the money eventually?
No, I never did.
And the movie came out.
Oh, yeah. I just go down from like, me, I don't bother. You see, that's another thing. Me, if you do me mafia, that's, you see, what did you learn from that story?
The moral lesson.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, oh, so many times.
And you didn't work with him
They're,
again?
they're real mafias in it. No, I did.
You worked with him again?
I worked with him again years after. And guess what?
What?
I charged him like quadruple the price. And he needed me so much for that.
Wow.
Because sometimes, based on how you, like if I'm writing a script, I'll say this script, I know it is Fifi who's supposed to play it. Because I've seen Fifi act. And so the character, I know this is how Fifi talks, this is how Fifi moves, this is how Fifi looks. So this character is Fifi.
This gay character is Fifi.
That gay character, no one could do it.
Where's that one from?
Josh Gray put him. Josh Gray put him in there. Josh Gray. Speaking of Josh Gray, he says Majid is a showbiz marvel. I'm always fascinated by his exploits in the fraternity. Back in Fansipim, he was one of the few I didn't see entering the space. He's a fine martial artist. I hope he hasn't stopped. Wishing him more successes in all his endeavors. Moba forever. He's not just a trained fighter. He's a dangerous fighter. He says, great interview, Charlie. Okay. I see.
Oh, George, I love you, man. Yes, so you see, so I think that script was written specifically with me in mind.
Okay.
So it's you they need for it. I
Charged him hard.
like for and he paid.
A proper way to make your money back. There are a lot of comments coming in for you. But your voice.
Yeah.
I mean, with all the movies I had seen previously,
When I told you I'm still struggling, you didn't understand.
how would I know whether it's your voice or your pocket?
No, actually, when he was speaking, he was talking about how fast he was speaking. So everything was around his voice. So that he now said
I'm
he's
still struggling.
Yeah,
Yes,
so-
but I just wanted to be just yes,
for the sake of those who are not.
right.
Okay.
So, Ajish,
Hey, martial artist. They say I'm saying just
what happened to your voice?
I knew one day I was traveling at the airport. But no, you see, the Mauli guy I told you about, and
Gambino.
yes, and another guy called Collins. We went to the place opposite bus stop. What's it called?
Ring Road?
Yeah, Ring Road.
Ring Road, yeah.
Silver Cup.
At
Was it a club?
Paloma. Somebody there. What's it called?
Bar.
Champs.
Champs, yes.
Champs.
Actually,
So we're coming from Champs. We just enter the road. From one back. Some two cars they race. From GBC they come. Some Mercedes E-Class and some other car. They jam on the back. Boom! Crazy whiplash. So the whole ass of my car came all the way to the back seat. Collins was at the back. Yeah. So I go mad whiplash. Landy, listen, this is my first time telling the story. Because number one, I never associated with this. But listen, immediately we got out from the car, my voice started breaking when I was talking to the guy. My voice was breaking. Do you know, every time I tell the doctors this, they tell me, no, it can never be from that. But I said that particular right after the accident, when I got down from the car, when I was talking, my voice was breaking. It was like if I talk, it breaks. If I talk, it breaks. All the doctors said it can never be from the accident. But I remember, and this is my first time saying this on radio. When there was an accident, that night of the right there on the scene of the accident, when I got out from the car, my voice was breaking.
Were you crying or were you shut? Were you yelling at
No. Me, I'm very calm in chaos. I'm very, very calm in chaos. if this building starts burning right now, you see how everybody's crowded. Only me, I'll be here. I'm very calm in chaos. I wasn't nothing. No shit. Nothing. And when I spoke, my voice was breaking. Every time I spoke, my voice was breaking. That was it. And then one day I was traveling, and at the airport I was talking. And then I started using a falsetto. So this
Was it a few days after the accident?
Yeah, maybe a couple of months, maybe like 3 months. So I was using a falsetto, which is like this. I was talking like this because it was more.
You've turned Michael Jackson.
Yeah, it was more comfortable to talk like this.
At least they know something about music.
Tony Mottola,
Yes.
Tony Mottola is a devil.
A true actor. So you mimicked it.
And you know something?
I love children.
Let's get away from this.
I love them. Wow.
Yeah, and for real, cause this is the voice. This is a relay. So the voice is there, but the problem is it feels like the voice doesn't have a problem. But it's like the
Articulation.
the air that must. You know how? Do you know how sound is created? It's air from your lungs that hits your vocal cords and then it vibrates, and then sound is produced. It feels like the air in my lungs coming out finishes too quick, like so there's no air left.
Okay.
So I have to breathe in.
It doesn't
quickly.
hit it.
Yeah, and you see how when you're about to talk, you don't think. You just talk.
Right.
Reflex. I have to make it a conscious. I have to bring it and talk. So like the first word doesn't just come out like how you involuntary. Mine, I have to intentionally bring it out mechanically and talk.
Has it affected your acting?
Oh yes, not the acting is affected there. That's why I don't like. Now, when you're writing script for me, don't write long lines. Short lines. You know.
I feel bad. I feel
Yeah,
sad.
for you, a radio guy and a musician, you will feel the pain more than anybody else.
Yes. I feel it.
Yes.
Do you? Okay, has it ever occurred to you that, well, it may not come from natural causes, that axiom, that thing in the industry that, there's some voodoo somewhere, that kind of thing. Has it ever occurred to you
No. Oh, many people have told me.
that Obineyo?
No, many people have said many things. But listen, we are far above principalities and powers. Is that you will trample upon scorpions and serpents. Do you understand trample? Trample means they are under your feet. But you see, it's your choice to come to their level and battle them. You see, if you choose to go higher, then they can't be on the same plane as you are, so they can't even battle in the first place. Which do you choose? Which do you choose?
I see.
And you know what's funny? When I got this problem, guess what?
What?
I've prayed for hundreds of people that have had thyroid issues. They couldn't talk. They were set for surgery. I've prayed for them and they've been healed.
But you cannot heal yourself.
That's the irony about the whole thing. I've many testimonies. Timothy will tell you. Pascal will tell you. Many. If you are sick, come and call me. That's how they say Majid is a pastor. The media took the telephone and recorded me in the church. When I was praying for people and people were falling under power, people were doing this, people were screaming and things were happening. And it's so fun. And this whole time, right, Andy, if my voice didn't do this, I'll be making movies and making money. and I wouldn't be in the church space. But this really slowed me down. And then I had a lot of time with God. And then studying, and then things concerning the kingdom of God, and studying that gave me a lot of time to exercise faith,
A lot of people also think that it's because of this problem that has drawn you closer to God.
No.
Well, I've seen it.
I've always known God. I've always known
closer.
God. More time. More is giving me more time with God.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does your wife take it?
Her faith is on another level.
Okay.
Another level. But what I don't like is when I have to do homework with the kids,
children. Okay.
And I have to talk. It's so frustrating.
And they'll force you to talk.
It's so frustrating. or they say, read this book for me. I'm like, oh, gosh. Read which book, man?
Wow. Do you feel sad sometimes?
Never. Not once. No, not once. Just frustrated sometimes.
Oh.
Or angry. Few times. But sad, never.
Do you feel it's a
Never.
test?
Andy, I know God. You see, if Job said, even if you slay me, I will worship you. The 3 Hebrew boys said, Nebuchadnezzar was a king, right? He told the boys to bow to his statue. Do you know what they said? They said, oh, king, we are not careful to answer you in this matter. And listen, Nebuchadnezzar is one guy that will take 4 horses, you tie your hands and your legs to the horses, and you whip the horses in different directions.
Tear you apart.
They saw him do these things. They said, we are not careful to answer you in this matter, that we should bow to your statue. Even if God does not save us, we will not bow. Even if He doesn't save us, we will not bow. Look, to me, this is the entire premise of the Bible. Even if God will not save me, I will still love Him. Even if God will not save me, I will not bow to your statue. That is the only time you will see God. I will be with you. Think about Daniel. When they were taking him to the lion's den. Before the lion's den, the guy will be praying, save me, Lord, save me, Lord. Nothing happened. Angels of God, where are you? Do something. Nothing happened. Get him closer to the lion's den's door. This is it, Father. Help me. Do something. Nothing happened. Imagine how the guy was feeling. And then they push him into the lions and he could see the lions down there. He's praying. This is it, Father. Save me. Nothing happens. They throw him in. Nothing is happening. He falls in the midst of the lions. Nothing is still happening. Then he realizes nothing is really happening. See, God didn't say, I'll save you before the trouble. He said, I will be with you in trouble. In it. The 3 Hebrew boys, when they were taking them to the fire, they said the people that carried them to the fire died. They burnt to death. Those that carried them there, because they increased the fire 7 times higher, and the guys that took them died. Imagine what the Hebrew boys were thinking when they were going towards the fire. They could feel the heat going towards it. They could feel the heat. Imagine. They threw them. They were in the fire. They were in the trouble. And then they said Nebuchadnezzar saw a fourth man with them in the fire. See, I will be with you in trouble. I will deliver you and honor you. With a long life will I satisfy you and show you my salvation. The question is, do you believe that?
You see, with what all these things you're saying, it happened in the Bible. Just a few days ago, the death of Christian Achu was reported. Someone that loved God. People are questioning God's existence. Even on social media, I've seen people questioning God. Oh, God, I love God. I respect you. I know what you do. I know you've saved people. Why Christian? Why not our brother? Why didn't you save him? And I'm sure you've heard it. I'm sure you've seen pictures or videos, because I saw a video of when he was stuck and they were trying to, in fact, that I cried yesterday when I saw it. Was it Saturday? I think that was Saturday. Yeah?
I haven't seen any video.
Yeah.
I've not seen that video.
There's a video of when they were trying to take him off. I mean, I saw it. Sad. And there are pictures all over. I don't know if you've seen it when he was stuck and there was a something break. And sad, very, very sad. I don't mean to make our listeners or viewers much more sadder, but looking at this, did you question God too? Or have you been in any situation that you question God?
No. Listen. It's very, very deepest condolence. Christian had a twin sister.
Was he your friend?
No,
Okay.
I never met him. He follows me on Instagram.
Oh,
So I posted his picture, his Chelsea thing 2 years ago, after I saw a lot of, it was getting very, very, very intense,
Right.
and then deepest condolences to his family, his children. We pray for them. I already said divine comfort, and now, Andy, that is why the task is heavy on people like us who believe the gospel and who believe we must share the gospel, who believe we must build people. I didn't know Christian, and I hear he did a lot of good things. He took care of a lot of people. But guess what? That is not what saves you. Doing good doesn't save you. Doing good helps people is a good thing, but good is not God. But we've been trained to believe that if you do good, it means God is with you, and if you do bad, it's the devil. You see, this is not true. If I knew Christian personally, I would have been able to weigh his spiritual life, to know how close he was to God and his belief system. I know pastors who preach, who don't believe in Jesus, who don't know Christ, who are not connected. They just see it as a story, and then they are also they are copying the story they've heard from other pastors, but they don't have an experience themselves. They haven't been in any situation that convicts them of that. Okay, the fact that you've done good things doesn't mean your life will be saved. When the hot water comes, I hear Christian cancel his flight on the day the earthquake happened. He was supposed to leave Turkey to his family. Yes, but I don't know. They said he has scored a goal, so they wanted to celebrate.
okay.
This was few hours. His flight was few hours before the earthquake happened. He was supposed to be out of that place.
11.
The flight was 11. And what time did the thing happen?
4 o'clock.
Yes, he was supposed to be out of there. Listen, Andy, ultimately, when God is always in the forefront of your mind, okay, you know you have promptings. Andy, you have promptings. You will know. You always have to inquire. What do I do today? Discuss it, talk it. Even the shirt you wear, ask. Okay? I'm saying that. This goes to everybody out there. That's what you call the relationship. Okay? If you have a prayer life, a fasting life, and a relationship with God, you will know and see the promptings. And I don't believe in you don't know what will happen tomorrow. God gives and God takes. That is a lie. It was Job that made a statement. God gives, now God has taken. That Job said that in anguish. It was Job's words. But we've made it a doctrine. It's false. God doesn't give and God doesn't take nothing. Oh, God gave Achu and God has taken Achu. It's a lie. Achu wasn't supposed to die. Achu is premature death. He's not supposed to die. No. God didn't take no Achu nowhere. Okay. That is why we need to build the people. It's better to raise strong children than repair broken men. So the young ones are the target.
Hits 103.9 FM. Majid Michel, actor Majid Michel, is my guest. Well, elders, in your hands.
So, the last point is what I want to ask. And I know we are all different and we have our own belief system. The thing you said about Job, that he coined that whatever. Fine, it could be that, but I don't understand when you say somebody was not supposed to die and they died. If they're not supposed to die, they won't die. That's how I see it.
No. It's not true. There have been many premature deaths that wasn't supposed to be.
Okay, so this is how I look at it. And it's my belief, it's not, the fact.
Yeah.
I believe that the space, Earth, has a number of human beings or living things that it can contain in a day. So it will eject the things it cannot take in that day and also put back what it takes out. So as we sit here today, maybe 2 or 3 million people will die. That same number might be gone. So for me, I don't believe there's premature death.
You believe in time catch?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because, when your time catch, you catch. And we all cannot exit. My mom, God rest her soul, kept saying, but like all the hands are not equal. So that's why somebody will be richer than somebody will be poorer than somebody might be intelligent, depending on how. So it's the same way, we all go differently.
Bulldog, let me tell you something. If we can take the statistics right now of how many people die, let's say only in Accra, and then you give us opportunity to build the youth for the next 5 years, 7 years. You'll be surprised that death rate would have dropped like 30%.
I get you. So
Do you know there were if you study history carefully, you realize there were times in certain places they said nobody died in that town till maybe they were 90 years old. Okay, this what I'm telling you is real power. Eh?
No, I understand you.
Yes.
Just like somebody will take their own life, as in
Suicide.
Yeah. So you ask yourself, it really was that their time
Right.
or they died prematurely.
They just were not built. They were not built spiritually. They were not built enough. They didn't know who they were. They didn't know. They didn't understand purpose. They were not close to God. They didn't know the existence of who they were themselves. Suicide is making a permanent decision for a temporary problem.
Wow.
Okay, I have about 2 more minutes, but
We're just warming up. The elders know comes every
so
2 minutes out.
so the elders they know how to do it. Don't worry, they will handle it.
I believe there are 4 wills at work every time. There's a will of man. There's a will of God. There's a will of nature, and there's a will of the devil. And all of these wills are always all of these wills are always.
Your guy is back with his philosophy.
I'm sorry, he gave his own and he said it's my belief. I'm also telling you, I said I believe. That's my first line. Because you see,
Hey, you go down.
That's how we have to build a youth. That during the first and the second, I built my shoulder. So I believe that these 4 wheels always work, and they always try to find a equilibrium. But if it doesn't go well for you, then I can break it down further, but there's no time. I just want to say that the things he described, he said he's prayed for people, but he himself, in terms of his issue, is not healed. And that brings me to the character we all know in the Bible called Paul. He said, 3 times I've prayed for God to heal me of my infirmity, but he says my strength is made perfect in your weakness. So he had an issue. He's prayed for people. There are miracles happening, torn in the flesh, but he himself, God no do. So he chooses what he does. But I believe that, like he described, I mean, if we are just following what Scripture says, all things are. What's the phrase? All things work together for good for them that love God and are called according to His purpose. So I believe that if you can find the good in this situation, that you may term it bad, because again, once you don't see the
moral of the story,
you know what I mean. If you can find the good in a situation, because sometimes you don't see the entire situation, so you think it's bad.
Right.
But maybe there was supposed to have been a movie somewhere. This guy is supposed to have enrolled, and then maybe he's supposed to have died. You never know.
Right.
But he's out of it because of his voice, and God knows that if he doesn't pull this guy by the voice, by all means, you go do the movie. No two ways. So you never really know. But so mine is look for the good in the situation, and even that, milk it to the fullest with a heart of gratitude. And ultimately, whatever is supposed to be done in life will be done once you're following the map of God. Charlie, all the best.
Nice one there. All right, Martinez.
Yeah, Andy, I'm very touched. I mean, listening to him, some of the things he said. But I believe this morning has been a blessing, especially for the listeners. A lot of things he said, especially the part that you said.
Of questions.
At least motivating the listener that if you want to do something and you are facing a challenge, you are not a god. There's always a way out. And I feel you use your experience or your encounter as an example. And once you believed in what you wanted to achieve, then it happened. The same way they should also have that belief. And that alone really touched me. Wow. I like the fact that you are real. Some of the questions, you just go straight, you open and you answer freely. You're not like the others who like to skip, dodge, but you use your life as an example that, look, you used to be this kind of person, but here you are. I mean, it's possible. It can be done. I have not seen an actor turn a pastor, but we've seen musicians, at a point, take a different turn. And so I think you are the first for me. I don't know if there are...
Someday.
Okay.
Timothy Bentum, who else? Quite a number of them.
Okay.
May not come off it.
And the fact that you don't shy away from it. There are some people, when they turn a new leaf or when they become pastor, they don't want you to even go back to what they used to do, like music. They don't even want you to talk about it. But I always say that it is true that we got to know you. That gave you that recognition. But you are always open talking about the film industry and all of that. And even still, shooting or still working within that sector. I'm very happy with it. Once this gives you joy, and at the end of the day, you're still impacting people's life, that's positive. And I have that strong feeling that you one day recover your voice. One day the miracle
I just
God
remembered
will
one.
happen.
Blue Riverson Jr. He was also an actor, and
He was my mentor. Bruveson.
mad actor.
He was my mentor.
Sick.
What?
The guy could act. Shit. Blue Riverson Jr.
So, Andy, from his conversation, he wanted to be that great film star, and he still went to a film school
Charlie.
to get that knowledge.
Charlie.
And that alone tells that, like Robert has been saying, if you are able to invest heavily in that sector, I mean the film schools and those creative schools, it will help. Because if Majid is able to come out to become a great star as a product from, a film school or a creative arts school or a media school, then it means that if you are able to invest heavily as a country or as a nation, we will get hundreds of Majids to help.
The moral of the story.
Moral of the story.
Really? This whole moral thing is going to be a thing.
You can be the most talented.
I've
but you need to be taught.
learned a couple of things today. One of the things that one of the things is that, number one, listening to you today, look, I'm an industry person, and we talk backdoor about what happened to Majid. Chala, what are going with Majid? But nobody's actually, it's a subject, even I didn't have the courage to call you and say, Chala, bro, what are you going? Because I felt like when I bring that subject up, I'm not being enough, right? But listening to you today, I feel like I had this empathy. There was this thing going on in me when I hear you. I was like, what the hell is it? And now I'm like, no, I'm not going to feel this way about it. Like, I'm going to actually be relaxed and just have a belief that there's a journey that this brother is going through, and at the end, there's a very big light. There's a treasure somewhere there. So that's one. Two, this is for believers in acting. Okay, when this transformation started, and then the choice to this is what I want to do. I want to serve. I want to evangelize. I want to talk to women healing. You made a choice. I don't know. I didn't hear you make it, but I read it, that I will not do certain things in movies anymore. It was very categorical. And I was like, okay, wait. So we are telling stories. We are storytellers, and we use our bodies, our minds, and whatever voices to do all these works. And they write stories for us to tell. Like, there are morals of stories that we tell. Now, to get to that place, we do things, that are required of us as actors. So when we take religion and then so, okay, fine, based off what I believe now, I won't do A, B, C again. As an actor, how true are we being to the profession that we are doing? Are we able to be Christians and still do this in movies and just go on and just live?
Vivi, I did.
The way you called him like some father and son. Fifi.
Vivi, I do some movie here. If he come out, I'm dead.
Why? What did you do?
I know those movies.
Your Vivi say, that because I'm this now, so I don't go play some roles. I say I've already shot some movie recently. If that movie comes out,
He's dead.
I'm dead.
Why? The scenes
Yeah,
sultry.
you not see some before.
Did you show too much skin?
What is too much? Too much is an understatement.
Hey, really?
Yo,
Is it a Ghanaian production?
but you see, no, it's Nigerian. But you see, Vivi, that's right. When if we are telling a Jesus story, somebody has to be Judas.
Exactly.
True.
Yeah. And as I said, Andy, we always ascribe, we always attribute, we say, good is for God and bad is for the devil. So when your landlord throws you out of the house, oh God, why me? Why now? God, why? God has dejected. God has left me. God has left me. God, why? This embarrassment. What my friends say. What will these people say? Then right now, no. Robert calls you and said, hey, the house that they threw you out from. Last night, Ann Roberts came there, killed everybody. A minute ago, you were saying God has left you. Rather just give information that armed robbers came and killed everybody in the house. What are you saying now? Thank God. Thank God the landlord threw me out. But I thought 1 minute ago
You were crying.
because when the news doesn't favor you, you think it's not God, but you see God is in the chaos. But because you can't see the end of the story, so you conclude and say that God has left you. Only if you do the end of the story, you will not conclude that fast.
I see.
But the fact that we will say that, oh, right now, because I do this, I can't play this part in the movie anymore. See, what is the morale of the whole story of that film you're telling? At the end of the day, what does it do to the viewer?
Awesome. Okay.
True.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
the end
Charles,
results.
Ayalolo results. The end results. Ayalolo boss, he says, this gentleman's love story is something worth writing about. His wife is the most dedicated woman I've ever met. Back in the day, Kojo Frimpong had an office at Abeka Junction where he did the sports paper. He also had a studio where they did video editing. Majid's wife, then his girlfriend, will come to the studio and sleep on the floor just to inspire Majid to work. Meanwhile, you wouldn't think a lady of such beauty and status will do that. And through it all, I'm not surprised his wife will support him till now. His wife will sometimes bring food for the boys. Wow. The person knows you,
Who
pa.
that?
The food, let's be sure, is it Gino related?
Charles, he's the, Ayalolo, the boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the director.
Oh, wow.
He says he knows your wife, pa.
Wow. Could you from Ponta? I was already married.
At the time, eh? And your wife was sleeping on the floor.
Yeah.
Wow.
Me too, I sleep on the floor when I'm shooting.
Let me read some few tweets before we get out of here. Olasti says, my final question to Majid. Andy, what is his view on the building of National Cathedral and the matter surrounding it? Since the news of the cathedral pops up, I have never heard him say anything about it. Anefi says, God is a potter, we are his clay. We don't get to tell the potter what to mold with his clay. 95, Volunteer 95 says, Majid is indeed highly spiritual. Olasti says, so if Majid has to choose between gangster role playing and romantic sensitive role playing, which one will he go for?
Gangster.
Now that he is into God now more than before, or will he advise his son to go for such roles in movie one day? Your children, the girls.
I don't have a son.
The girls. But has any of them expressed interest in acting?
No, they prefer directing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, by the way, Andy, he's an awesome director. I don't know if you've seen him behind the scenes. Like,
No.
oh no. He's okay. You know how you love his acting. You know how you love his acting, right? He's twice that as a director.
Wow. Wow. Has he directed any before?
I've seen some works that he's done, and I was like, wait, Majid is the one. Yes, Majid director. I was like, what the? Okay.
Oh, Andy Dusty, I love Majid when he's acting sexy and playing the role of sexual harassment guy in movies. He does it well, pal, like a real thing happening. Before you realize that it's a movie, quite a romantic guy in movies. He says, Majid is just a real G. I'm just enjoying the interview. But please, can you ask him his biggest regret? This guy is always asking people of their biggest regrets in life.
It's a person who's learning from people's mistakes.
Yeah. No, because maybe he himself he has a regret he can't get over.
You cannot.
What?
He says that this is somebody who's learning from people's mistakes.
Yeah.
I say you can never learn from anybody.
You can.
No, you
I
can't.
have learned, sir.
there's
You are
no-
learning from what he's
Your
talking about.
experience.
Thank you.
I learned from who?
Your experience.
I can't experience everything on the face of this earth.
Because
So
you
when
don't
someone
have the heart.
experiences something and there are lessons from it, you learn from it.
Listen.
There are African proverbs that even talk about these things.
Don't talk
Come
about
on,
that.
Chinese
come on.
doesn't say that.
Don't talk about that. If really Africa would they do that? Somebody goes skydiving. Yeah.
I have learned.
The feeling the
human
person
being.
they get. How do you learn the feeling? Somebody there in the sky. How did you learn the feeling?
But I didn't say I'm learning from somebody. Do you hear what I said?
What
You are
did
learning
you
from
say?
people's mistakes.
Good. And
Eh-heh.
then as they from skydiving, they go hit. Then my head go hit something.
Eh-heh.
with
So
it.
next time I'll not go and do it. Me neighbor.
What is this guy? You
I'm
for
learning
experience
this
now.
learning.
This
How you know
Adi, you do
No,
this
but that's
where you
a
have
conversation.
where you have
Learn
intelligent
from
people,
people's
intelligent others.
For here.
Well,
For here. We must be back on.
Oh, man.
Your elders are doing diligence. Your elders are doing diligence.
Majid, but I've really enjoyed this interview. I wish this interview went to end.
About the National Cathedral. The National Cathedral. You see, your generation might not appreciate it. Okay? But your children's children might be a very, very, very great monument for them.
Okay.
You guys today cannot see 10 years from now. But 15, 20 years from now, if that cathedral sits on that land, you'll be surprised what will happen in the future. But right now, because of your selfishness, your emergency consciousness, okay, because of your survival instinct, that there's no money in the economy, that is all you're complaining about. You see, if you had a lot of money, National Cathedral price would be not. It's broke people who act that way. Okay? But years from now, you'll be surprised. And there were buildings we came to meet. That we appreciate. There were buildings we came to meet. See, if we don't teach the children about the past, they'll destroy the future. If you don't teach your children that we used to cook on 3 rocks, they won't appreciate the gas stove. If you don't teach them the blood, the sweat, the tears that went on to build this country, they'll throw banana peels anywhere they want. Alright? Your generation might not see the use of a national cathedral, but I tell you, years from now, when you are old with no teeth in your mouth, you'll be smiling with your toothless face, enjoying the fact that it's good Akufo-Addo built that cathedral because you have some prestige around it, because you see people coming from. I hear it's not just a cathedral. They're doing a museum around it, and there are going to be other things around it that I think, people will love, but we just can't appreciate it because we are looking at our pocket and the fact that fuel prices are high and we are suffering. When men say there's a casting down, you shall say there's a lifting up. Stop complaining. Speak positive things. Speak authoritatively. Stop. Everybody is saying there's a casting down. You should say there's a lifting up.
Well, thank you very much for coming.
Say me no complain.
Hey,
no.
Why?
I'm
going for a commercial break.
Which commercial break? So, Majid, you say me no complain. Say they build the car.
I didn't say that.
What did you say?
I said you might not appreciate it in your generation.
Truth. That one there.
Yes.
Because
but your children's children.
Yeah. Hospitals they there, we bed no they there. So that be what we they appreciate now. Here and say fatter. So when our children they can build the cathedral. People are dying, they have no beds. They drive people around. Your own colleague, Wache, was driven to how many hospitals? Bro. So that be the sad part. And be say they won't do the things if they do that.
But look, if you want to solve all the problems at once, that's not how the world works.
I know.
The world doesn't work that way.
Yeah, but this one, they know they hear. This cathedral, no, they hear.
They hear in your generation.
No, the bed they hear in this generation.
Thank you very much for coming, Majid Michel. Listeners, it's been Daybreak Hitz. We are into Showbiz Review and talking to actor Majid Michel. There are a lot of messages and tweets. I cannot read all of them because of time. I wish this interview would go on and on and on because there are a lot more. Sorry?
I say part 3, part 4,
yeah,
part 5. A lot of stories.
Yeah, a lot of them.
That's from the library.
I just hope you open up to me the next time I invite you.
And yeah, I live right here, very close. Just give me a call. I'll come. I'm not a busy man. No.
Yeah.
I like that.
Please stay with us. We'll be right back. Majid. Okay. Stay with us. Now let's say a big thank you to Franco Trading Enterprise, to Betway. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll discuss more.
One Ghana, pet. Just one Ghana. For the Hello? Charlie, give me good shock absorber.
Okay, make I do video call then.